Good morning, party people.
What's up? Here I am from my corner.
From your corner.
My corner.
From our corner to your corner. Welcome to the Pour Over, our Saturday morning or afternoon or evening.
Yeah, I was just talking to True. He says it's like 100 degrees there right now.
So nice.
My in-laws flew to Florida yesterday. So, yeah. So welcome. This is the Pour Over, our quick morning preview of the matches of the weekend. For those of you that are listening or watching for the first time, we generally, for this show, just cover, we'll preview the Premier League matches for the weekend. We will, in the second half of our show, we take 3 matches across Europe or the U.S. to make predictions on. So those can go beyond the Premier League, which we actually like to do. We like to maybe pick 1 or 2 Premier League matches and then showcase, another league from around the world that's got some big matches going on.
Or some interesting news.
Yes.
Yep.
And then for those of you that are okay with spoilers, currently West Ham is leading Sunderland 2-0. That game is probably just about going to half as well. Let's take a quick look. But while I'm doing that, guys, how we doing this morning?
Cold.
Everyone toasty?
Yeah, no, it's really nice in here.
Nice in here.
It is nice in here.
Looking forward to the snow.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, they come before this now.
They got 24.
I think it was, what'd you say, 6 degrees this morning?
1. My car said 1.
1 degree.
It said 3. I got in the car, started driving, and went down to 1. I'm like, stop. Go the other way.
So for those of you that are, not on the Fahrenheit,
Negative 17.
Scale.
I'm like, it is so cold, my brain is not functioning.
Frozen.
It is 17 below for those of you that use Celsius or centigrade. So yeah, here we are. The things we do for you in chat.
Chill, man. Chill days, chill nights.
Very chill. All right, so you guys we're fighting with warmth here. Let's hop right into it. What do we got? The first match of the day. We obviously it's ongoing right now, but we'll take a quick look at West Ham and Sunderland. And so far this year in the Premier League under Nuno Espirito Santo, that is 17 matches. So almost exactly a half a season. They've yet to record a shutout. Yeah. No clean sheets under Nuno.
But if they get a win, they'll be outside of the relegation zone for the first time.
And we talked about this. I mean, this is months and months ago. I had always kind of felt that. First of all, I think it's going to be between Forest and West Ham. Yep. But West Ham has guys like Jared Bowen that can get them out of the relegation zone. And I think that's what we're starting to see. Yeah. No, he's at Burnley. The other claret in blue. So yeah, it's good to see, just like we said with Everton last year, I think a big London team, it's good to see them stay up obviously, for Forest's sake, not at their expense, but we'll see what happens when things shake out.
The owner owns Olympiacos. He can.
The little personal Greek.
I was gonna say that's Greek on Greek crime right there.
Yeah, it's like nice.
Listen, he's been the cause of a lot of Greek on Greek crime.
Oh boy.
On that guy.
Enough said. All right. Elsewhere, Fulham hosting Brighton and Hove Albion. Our Seagulls and Hudson will be watching the game upstairs here in the tap room.
Yeah.
Brighton have not lost since playing Arsenal on December 27th. That is quite a little bit of run of form for them right now. Excuse me. And they are back up to 12th place. Just mere points out of Europe right now. We've talked about this at length too. It's so deceptive to see teams in 12th really to 15th that
still get a chance
think
to
it's
go to
disappointing,
Europe,
but you're right there still.
Here's the thing about this, and I'll side tangent for a second. This Premier League has been people are saying that it's like, it's probably one of the worst because good teams aren't winning and bad teams. But then when you go over and you look at the Champions League, 6 of the top 8, it's either 6 of the top 8 or 5 of the top 8 are English teams right now.
Yeah.
No, the level is just risen so much with every single one of the teams in the league this year, or since the last year, because it was even too.
Yeah,
I mean,
Arsenal.
there was the runaways, and that's the only thing that is not right now. Like it's 7
Arsenal,
points.
Liverpool, Tottenham, Newcastle, Chelsea.
So
five
of
in the
eight.
top 8.
So it's just
That's just
that.
showing you just how strong the English game is this.
Exactly. It's just because the bigger teams are not just dominating.
And on 6 of the top 11 when you factor in Man City.
Oh wow! So that is just a reality. That's the way the league is. Uber competitive right now. It's not just a little bit, but we have Sunderland. I mean, the perfect
Could see another
example.
English.
Sunderland.
Could see another English Champions League.
It's certainly
That'll be
possible.
sweet.
All right. Next match, Burnley hosting Tottenham. Despite all their struggles, Spurs, next to Arsenal, actually have the second best away form this year in the Premier
really?
League.
I mean, listen, if my arena looked like a toilet bowl too, I'd probably have worst record at home.
Ooh, shots fired across North London.
I mean, you have a point. You want to play as far away from
the toilet as possible, right?
But in all honesty, Burnley is mired in the relegation zone. I think their fate is consigned to them already, but in front of their home crowd, they'll see to
results are results.
Yeah,
As the
result-
music people would say, signed, sealed, delivered.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Down to the championship.
Yeah, I mean, but it's a tough situation. Tottenham is the one that needs to start getting some results and getting some stuff straight.
Well, we've seen it.
It's not that we're not
They're
willing
getting some
to
results
have
in Champions League. They are 4-2-1 in Champions League. So they in a third of the matches they have nearly the same amount of wins.
Yes.
It is.
All right. Second place, Manchester City, back at the Etihad, hosting Wolves. They had a
you got your
dreadful
shirt on?
midweek result. No,
You're afraid.
I've born no.
Ah.
No, I can't wear the Wolves kit twice to double up on the good luck. You just you ride it out.
I give you one shot.
Also,
one
I have
boost.
long john underwear on. I have four
He's extra warm
t-shirts. You gotta be.
But this is gonna be a difficult team for Wolves, and it'll be the perfect chance for Man City to try to get back some confidence or something, because they really were not playing well.
No, and I don't know if you guys saw.
Proof's in the pudding last match.
I posted it midweek. The Man City felt so embarrassed by their showing up in Bodo.
Yeah, they gave Bodo's first ever win in the UCL.
Yep. And I think 3 or 4 players from Man City came out and reimbursed Manchester City traveling fans.
Oh hell yeah!
For their tickets. So to the tune of $13,000, I think it was.
No. Commendable on their end.
Well, we
yes.
know City has the finances for it. So.
Yeah, exactly. They don't hurt for it. They will not hurt. But the thing is, Bodo. Again, I cannot praise them enough.
Yeah.
Yes, they won in their field, in their turf, and all that we talked about throughout the watch party, but they did an amazing job playing Man City over there. It was incredible.
The UCL gives you an experience to have those upsets, which is cool.
Right.
You wouldn't normally see something like that.
Yeah. And you know that apparently they're undefeated against Man City. They have played 2 matches, 2 wins, by a lot of goals.
Deny.
Yeah, I've never seen that version. How did I have this before?
Oh yeah, let me tune in.
But yeah, so now Man City just needs to save some face this time around. That's really what we need to see from Man City this time. Some intention, I don't know, some kind of signs of life. They just kind of seemed lifeless.
Yeah, well, like you said, this will be a
game.
good chance to turn it around.
Yeah.
In Dave's lucky streak.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
I think that's why he didn't put it on. He's like, no, it's Man City, man. We need to end the streak now. I think he should have doubled up so he cancels. Second time you put it on, that's where the streak ends. I think that's why the Wolves are going to win this time around.
We'll
because
see.
you did not put the shirt again.
Red
Morning,
Black,
Red Black.
good morning,
Hey.
fine sir. Oh shoot!
Guten
Red Black. I
Morgen,
forgot.
man.
I have to send
no,
you.
good day for
I'm going to
you.
send you a message in Discord after the show today. I have a media request that I want to send out to a German club, and I don't see any specific English language contact point, so I might have to just send a letter and have Red Black. I tried to have Google Translate do it, but I don't know how. I don't know what I'm looking at.
You don't want to do that. You want a confirmation from a person.
Listen, I just want to talk to your media. I don't want to insult your mom. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
Or, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I do. Maybe I want to do both.
No worries.
All right, we appreciate it. Yeah,
Thank you very
I
much.
want to see if we can get something going with one of our American and actually somewhat local people, James Sands, playing for St. Pauli. So he grew up about 40 minutes from us,
So that, yeah, no.
and he played for New York City Football Club for a number of years. So I want to see, now that we're following Bundesliga a bit more, if we can see if we can get him on the show.
That would be so awesome.
Yeah.
Man.
All right. Next match up, the Cherries of AFC Bournemouth hosting Liverpool.
Oh.
When I look up some of these stats, I always do it like, you have your feeling of like, man, these guys haven't won in forever, or like, and this one I felt because like,
Yes.
for the neutral, like every match, Bournemouth, win, loss, or draw, everyone's like, oh my God, what a great
What a
match
hell
that
of a
was.
game,
What it was so
yeah.
exciting. There was so much action. So Bournemouth matches this year, there are an average of nearly 3.5 goals, 3.45 goals per game.
Nice.
Both scored and conceded. And
Watch out, West Ham's coming for you, though.
3-0 now.
West Ham's coming. Guys are only going to be 4 points away from relegation.
Yeah.
And
there you
Mateus
go.
Fernandez goal in the 43rd minute. So that one will go into halftime 3-0. So yeah, nearly 3.5 goals in Bournemouth games. And I mean, we've seen it. We've seen 4-4 draws.
Yeah,
We've seen 3-2s, 4-3s, 4-1s. It's absolutely wild. Liverpool, I didn't write this up, but I believe they have the lowest amount of goals in the first half and the
By a
highest
mile.
in the second half. It's a wild stat. But I do think there'll be plenty of goals in this one. This is a match that both teams need for various different reasons. Obviously, Liverpool, wants to. I think they're done in terms of the Premier League title race, but they do want to keep pace and stay in Champions League places.
Yeah.
You have, oddly enough, Manchester United and Chelsea right on their heels. Bournemouth need this. Their form has been a little bit better, even in the losses. They seem to be playing much better. They're just decimated with, and I know it's not an excuse, but they are shorthanded with injuries. Yeah,
it's a reason.
So I think Bournemouth will hope to at least, I know we always say there are no moral victories in sports, but I think, this is one that Bournemouth is looking to, play well in front of the home crowd.
To be honest, I think this is going to be, and the reason, and I believe that's one of the reasons why, these Bournemouth games are so high scoring, is because their defense have suffered quite a bit,
Absolutely.
have suffered so much, and we are on the same boat with Liverpool right now, and not even because of injuries, but they're just out of form. Van Dijk is just not playing even good football right now.
Van Dijk is
him being the anchor and everything, and the level of game.
I think it's time to send him out to the MLS.
Maybe
send them out to pasture, right?
Yeah, as they say, that's the proverbial pastures of the MLS.
Van Dijk. Really, it was that ACL injury that he had, but
he's up there now.
Reminds me of Jose Mourinho's time at Spurs. When is this Dele Alli or Dele Alli's brother? Like same thing with Virgil. He has, for a window of time, he was. This isn't a height joke. He was head and shoulders above every other center defender in the world.
By a mile, no doubt.
He tore up his knee, and he has not been the same since. The last couple of years, he's gotten a little bit closer to back to that, but now whether it's the knee, whether it's father time, he is not the Virgil van Dijk that we all kind of you hear that name and wow.
And that is affecting the rest of the team because they became too reliant on him too as the anchor. So, again, I believe
you got Mo
goals.
Salah back in the lineup.
I don't think that's going to be a good thing. As much as they're claiming and asking for him, and they're like, all right, come on. You are losing anyways. Put him back on.
Yeah, I think AFCON, just the time away changed a lot of things. Obviously, the Isak injury has reopened that door for Mo Salah. So
yeah, it's a necessity more than a desire. But
and to me, that's the only way this works. Is if you have the choices, Mo Salah's not getting back into that squad. No. So the way to kind of shoehorn this relationship back together is
through an injury.
Is through an injury, and here's your spot. Keep it.
Hey, talk about toxic relationships right there.
All right, Crystal Palace and Chelsea, a London derby. In my eyes, the wheels have completely fallen off for Palace.
I know. It hurts,
we talked about it on One for the Road with Oliver Glasner in his comments. He feels the front office has just completely abandoned this squad.
Yep. Now another one of their players wants to leave.
Yep. Mateta is looking to be on his way out as well.
It's literally living out the meme of, was it worth it? Yes. What did it cost you?
Everything. Yeah. But you know what? For a club like Crystal Palace, they got their first silverware in club history. What's her name?
Will be super
Rebecca Lowe, who does Premier League mornings on NBC Sports. She's probably on TV right now. Is a big Crystal Palace fan, and to see her emotional reactions to that cup run that they had last year,
it was great. It was a great thing,
we joke around. Was it worth it? I think for the fan,
them,
yes, without a doubt. They might not look too fondly on it right this second, but 5-10 years from now, when they're reminiscing about that squad that they had,
no, absolutely, and it's a reality for a small team like that. When we talk about Disney silverware and makeup trophies for people, these are the teams that those things really, really count for sometimes, and these are the teams that those tournaments are made for, not for the dominant powerhouses in the leagues, but the middle tier, the lower tier teams that this is the only chance they get to have something to show for their fans. So,
on that subject, I think, not for the FA Cup, but I think the Carabao Cup, I think teams playing in Europe should be excluded from that.
I don't disagree with that.
So, I know our Arsenal back in the day was the FA and League Cup, that was their thing. Man City recently has been, in the Carabao Cup. I think they won like 4 or 5 in a row. But give these other clubs a chance.
The ones that don't win it.
Because realistically, for most of those teams in Europe, it's just more match congestion. It's you're the backup goalkeeper and the youth team basically.
Yeah.
So why what at that point I know.
Yeah, but the other teams are facing it. Like the team that they're playing in the next leg is in the final half of the leg is Arsenal. They're doing.
That's what I'm saying. So
what I'm saying,
Liverpool,
but
all of them should.
Does the general fan want to see that, or do they want to see,
I mean, but the general fan also gets the other cup, right? The one that doesn't have league. What is it? The Premier League.
Oh, well, but
isn't there like a whole other cup for the championship?
Yeah, I believe it's the. Is it the FA Vase? Either way, yeah.
So that's the thing with me, because we talked about overplaying of players, not giving them enough rest, injury situations.
I think it's just an increase to the want to see silverware. I think they just want to.
Well, and the other aspect of it is so Carabao, the company that's currently the sponsor of the League Cup.
Well, it's always changed. Carabao.
But what. They want the big teams in there because it's their sponsorship dollars. Money, they want more, so I get it.
Yeah.
Whenever we have a question here about soccer, just follow the money. So
no, I
mean the most recent thing that post about Arsenal was Arsenal made a historic amount of money in the Champions League due to their form, and I'm like, okay, we got a lot of money.
Yeah.
Cool. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, keep winning.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Keep winning and get me that silverware.
Great segue, Nas. Speaking of lots of money, the world's richest club, Newcastle United, hosting Aston
I
Villa.
thought City was the richest.
No, Newcastle's
Really?
owners are, yeah.
How did that happen? Saudi money?
Saudi money.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, so I believe Newcastle is essentially owned by the Public Investment Fund, who also owns the Big Four in the Saudi Pro League,
okay,
and
yeah.
I'm fairly certain.
Wow.
So Villa really is after a extremely hot run, including a win against Arsenal. They've kind of come a little bit back to reality.
Yeah.
Arsenal brought them back down.
There you go. So they have only one win in their last four. That's a win, a draw, and 2 losses. Can Villa get back into that form and keep pace with the Arsenals and Man Cities of the world? Away from home at Newcastle, a very good home stadium atmosphere.
They close well, though. That's one thing I got to give Aston Villa. They close the season well. And now that we're like past the midpoint type deal, somewhere around there, this is when they actually pull out their claws. So I won't be surprised for them to do a small push.
Well, and you have...
Maybe not for the first place, but stay contention with Man City.
Maybe
like,
not
right
so
on their
much
tail.
in Premier League play or just league play in general, but you have serial winners in Emi Martinez in the goal. And Unai Emery as a manager. It's obviously he's more of the Europa League guru, but when you get down to this nitty gritty of we need X result, not hey, you know what, we'll get it next time.
He's pretty good at
So
getting that.
and that may be to your point of how they're much better as a closing
crunch
team.
time. Yeah, crunch time. They really hustle up at the end of the seasons, and they maybe don't win that often, but they constantly keep adding points.
Yeah.
And that is kind of like one of their stronger points at the ends of seasons when... Hello, Moto.
Oh, my. Oh, that's your alarm.
That's my alarm. Yeah. Come on. We got to know that it's 8:30 and 9 o'clock. Those are my most important times of the day, my people. Keep an eye on those.
I'm now looking back at our rundown here, and
You got to account for that. 8:30.
Well, no, I'm just looking at the times that I had picked out for this, and but this is the first time I've done the timestamps for our Saturday show, so obviously way off. I figured, this isn't a hugely important match. We'll cover it for a minute. Just a quick little.
Sorry. And then
No. It's all of us.
Then I rant.
Yeah. All right.
But yes, that will be the thing. I believed on them on the back end of the season. Can they make a push? I think so. I don't think they can make a push all the way to the top, but they can definitely be second. I wouldn't be surprised with Man City up and down like that, Liverpool up and down like that. I will dare to say, and yes, I'm sidetracking here. We'll talk about Man U later, but I will say Aston Villa and Man U has very good chances to climb up pretty nicely.
This is the funny thing to me. I think the timing of the Amorim firing was just weird. But at the end of the day, with the squad they have, they're in 5th.
Yeah.
1 point out of Champions League play. They fired a manager and brought in Michael Carrick as a caretaker.
Type deal.
But they're right in there with it. When you hear manager fired, interim coming in, you think like, oh yeah, they must be in like 14th, 15th place. Yeah, so it's not nearly as bad as we had kind of mentally pictured.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But yeah, that would be my thing with Aston Villa. I think they got what it takes to make some noise at least.
Do you think, obviously way too early in the table, or in the season now, but do you think, do they get ahead of Man City by the end of the season?
Well, yeah, I think so. I think if there is a thing that they're gonna do and is notable, will be second.
Funny thing. Last game of the season is Man City.
Yep, I remember we said that on Monday. Yeah,
last game is Man City Aston Villa.
Ooh.
So, all right. Let's use that match then. Will that match put Villa over Man City in the table?
Yes.
It will secure it
Okay.
ahead, and it will definitely put
Second
them
part of my
above.
question there. Will that match give Villa a chance to overcome Arsenal and win the title?
No, they don't.
Yes.
No, that's not gonna happen.
Yes.
Come on, man. I am the outside innocent bystander. on this one.
Every match counts.
Every match counts, yes.
And it's not over until somebody's physically holding the trophy.
Yeah.
And Arsenal's not holding the trophy right now.
Yeah.
So as of right
There's
now,
still
the
a
way it looks
chance.
is there is still a chance for Villa to jump
All
Arsenal.
right,
There
that
you
is
go.
a
There's nothing wrong with
realistic.
that,
That is a realistic take, and I will concede the
All
point.
these people that are like, oh, they're 7 points ahead, the season's over. Shut up. Shut up.
Yeah, no,
Stop
no,
talking. I'm
the
getting
season
tired of
is
it.
not over, but I don't see them there like that. You know what I mean? Like I said, there will be a competition, a very tight competition between 2 and
Villa and City
5.
still have some tough matches ahead.
Yeah.
It is true. You know, again, they still have to play each other.
Yeah.
But it just is what it is. Again, it's the reality of the Premier League right now.
Yeah, no, it's super
Anything can happen.
tight. It's super tight.
Yeah.
So I
All
will
right.
defer to the Arsenal expert.
Or
on
you
this
know
one.
what? We'll
They
wait.
will- definitely a
Had
chance.
Arsenal beaten Liverpool and beaten Forest, my opinion might have changed. But right now, anything's possible.
Yeah,
We'll wait
super
until May and
realistic
we'll
moment
figure
time,
out
yeah.
where
No,
the
you're
chips
going to
are.
wait until the person hoisting the trophy is hoisting the trophy. That's it. That's it. Once that trophy is hoisted by one of those teams,
We
That's it.
say
Game's
that's
over.
the winner.
You know,
that's the winner.
I'm trying to think back in years past. They and obviously I'm not implying that I do think this has all the potential to come down to that final day, but I'm trying to think back, and they will bring the trophy to a stadium earlier in the season if that result would
correct.
clinch
Yes.
that. Okay,
They will hoist the trophy on the
if it's
second
match day 35,
On the-
but they
on the-
mathematically,
Officially.
yeah, okay.
Correct,
I
yes.
thought so. I just
Yeah.
I couldn't
again
recall.
the city Tottenham game
Yeah.
was another one that was decided on the final day.
Yes.
You know, had Tottenham beat Man City, Arsenal would have won, but obviously City
didn't
won. I think
happen,
2-0.
All right, let's go back to London. Brentford hosting the aforementioned Nottingham Forest. Forest had a tough midweek match in Europe. Brentford are 7th place, right in the thick of it for maybe a Champions League spot. And now we have the potential added pressure to Forest of West Ham currently leading 3-0, and I'm
hills.
sure the guys are
Yeah.
Although, is that game today or tomorrow? I gotta see.
No idea, but yes, they are on the
I think it's
hills,
today.
and it's a really tough situation for Nottingham Forest.
Let's see.
Tomorrow.
Not that.
Yeah. All right.
British
So
words.
that match is tomorrow. So they're probably right now at the training center doing their match day -1 walkthroughs, treatment, all that kind of stuff. Probably watching the match on the
They
TVs.
definitely have to.
So they are well aware that West Ham is nipping at their heels and doing well within that with putting 3 goals in on a Sunderland that has been quite good in
Yeah.
defensively. So
That is a surprising result, but I mean, it's hard. Like you said, we don't want neither of the teams kind of necessarily to be down there because of the tradition and the history and all this stuff.
well, Forest has only been back up for this is their 3rd year.
I mean, that's an immense fall, though. I mean,
Yeah.
going from they're still playing in Europe, but
Yeah.
they're falling. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Well, so we're Tottenham.
well, Tottenham's
But they
only in Europe.
deserve it.
Tottenham's only in
They
Europe
deserve
because
it.
they
Yeah.
won Europa.
So is Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace still won something
Yeah.
last season.
I'm just
Yeah.
we have 3 Premier League teams in Europe that are 13th or below in their domestic league right now.
Yeah, welcome to the new age of the Premier
And
League.
West Ham 2 years ago won a European title. So yeah.
Domination. That is one thing. And I actually was talking to my friends in Colombia about this. And even then, because we're faithful La Liga followers down over there, Spanish and everything. Even they believe that the level of the Premier League has risen and it's above like all the other leagues. And we were deniers. We denied that. We're like, no, it's, F the English, screw the Premier League. That's a bullshit league, da. But even then, and even over there, that mentality has changed.
I think what
the
it is, I
recognition
mean, you
is
look
given.
at Sunderland spent 150 million pounds. in the offseason. Like,
So again, this is also another review because while Sunderland was spending money, Crystal Palace was being picked apart.
By everybody.
Again, West Ham was picked apart the year they won the Conference League.
Yep.
Like, you got to understand that all of these clubs
Bournemouth
that win
last year.
something.
Yeah.
Again, we joked about it. What does it cost? But apparently, it does cost everything because the moment you win something, there is a shining light on your team as to why you won it, and then those shining lights get picked by the clubs that can afford to keep them.
Well, but
because now you no longer keep those players in your spot.
yeah, I mean, it's
No, I agree with that.
Think about it.
100%.
Like you said last year with Bournemouth, like they were
Yeah.
up, and they were playing well, and then they came in and they grabbed all the guys. Yes, Bournemouth played well earlier, but now you're seeing the
The loss of
I mean,
those
this
guys
is-
from
now
the
they're
back.
reaping the results of losing those players.
I'm on record. I think I predicted like 13th place for them this season.
But that's
before
what
the
we're
season
seeing
started.
here. But again, that's what we're
That's
seeing
the
here,
reality.
right? Watch,
Yeah.
watch. Brentford will not be there next year because they're going to probably be picked apart. Sunderland probably will be picked apart. I'm not going to say Newcastle's going to because obviously they won't. So it's just one of those things. Like all those teams.
Why do you say that about Newcastle?
Because Newcastle's just going to buy. Newcastle might be the one buying from these teams.
No, they got the money.
I
They
don't-
got the money.
Yeah, but they've had the money.
And they keep buying things. I mean,
Who?
you see.
What's their big money sign?
Walter Mod, right? That was their big one.
Yeah, but that's
No,
not.
they-
I mean, that's
It's not, it's not necessarily bigger, small buys. They just buy.
You lost
They just
Isak.
buy,
yeah.
you know.
I don't think and obviously I'm not trying to insult anyone from Newcastle or a supporter, but I don't think that's the destination that like
People
everyone
wants
makes it out
go,
to be.
Yeah. But if they're paying you buttloads of money,
Yeah, so it's
You
just
know?
it's just one of those things that you're seeing
That's when the grass is greener.
successful. I'm not saying lower teams, but let's say outside of Big Six, right? The lower teams outside of the Big Six get picked apart after their successful season,
absolutely.
and then they start dropping, and that's what you start to see. You know,
Yeah, I know, it's a
I mean,
reality.
I think of it a little bit differently. I think, outside of, 5 or 6 clubs
Yeah, the
in
big
Europe.
six.
No, not
Not just here.
in Europe,
in Europe.
He said Europe.
Everyone else is a selling club. Whether it's Newcastle, whether it's
everybody's a business.
Atletico Madrid, whether it's Juventus, when
Well, if you're
Real
not-
Madrid, Barcelona, PSG, United, City,
No, yeah.
Liverpool.
But
Because even Arsenal, I mean, yes, they spend money, but they're not known as the guys flush with cash to bring people in.
No, we build our players.
But that's the thing. That's an agreement. Like we are in agreement on that.
Arsenal
but
has always been.
That's
like
what we're talking about. The
Arsenal
reality.
has
of-
always been that. We've always brought in the players from the no-name countries that are
Yeah.
like not no-name countries, but like the players that play in the no-name leagues.
Leagues that are
and
good,
then
yeah.
they become famous over here, and then we sell them to the big guys for
Yeah.
money. You know.
I'm trying to bring up Newcastle's.
But that is-
And now we've become the
transfers.
farmer, right? We've essentially become the
Exactly.
farm squad of being able to take from our academy.
Yep. No,
Right.
and I mean,
Nwaneri just went to Marseille, who again Arsenal's hoping that
wait,
gets the same results as they
$711
did.
million
With,
dollars. They said 700.5.
yeah, 75 million for Woltman.
No, but they said upstairs that was the total, and it was like
But these
$700
aren't
million
like,
or something.
60 million for Alanga, almost 60 for Visa. Like, these are just, I don't know. To me, it feels like
But think about it.
They're-
60.
It feels like Chelsea of a couple of years.
That's
where
what I mean,
They just
yeah,
buy
like-
people, but they don't know how much they're
By
worth.
the
Right.
by. Yeah. So that was one thing.
or every other club in the world knows that it's the Saudi investment fund, and
Easy to
here's
sell.
the price.
Exactly.
I know you got it.
Exactly. And
Look through the couch cushions for that extra 15 million.
well, that was the funny thing. Brazil just broke a record on the most expensive sign a team has ever done. I think it was Botafogo. You know how much money was it? $40 million. That is the most amount of money any team down in South America has ever spent on a player. And yes, I am talking about South America. But that is the thing. The amount of money that this league has is obscene compared to everybody else. So having a team like Newcastle with unlimited funds technically, buy, it's kind of irrelevant. And the reason why the small teams sell, and again, I've been doing a lot of reading on that one because I never understood how it worked, is that whole spending limit that you have. That you are
the PSR. Yep.
You're predicated on how much money you make to be able to spend the next 4 years.
Yep.
So a small team, and I actually I started to understand it. Like a small team like Sunderland, Crystal Palace, they are thinking 5 years down the road. They're building up because we're selling assets. We're creating this gap that 4 years down, when the next analytics come out and they say, all right, you guys make X amount of millions of pounds these 4 years. Now your spending limit gets increased to this for the next 4.
Yep.
And that's when you kind of like go all out again. Like these teams, go out and buy while you have the cap.
Yep. Then
you bring it back down, and then you start the freaking process all over again. So it's kind of like a roller coaster monopoly type situation, which I believe it's a little too complicated for that, but it is kind of like stopping, all these crazy conglomerates that are buying out these teams, and that's a topic that I want for the end. Though I'm actually an opinion question for the road, but yeah, control this money, because like a limited amount of funds is just gonna create a disparaging difference. So I understand why the sell and the buy and the whole situation. Plus, it is a business; you gotta make money. But it would be nice to see one of the small teams just keep their people.
Yeah,
it would be so nice to like the Cinderella story of this year. Be like, nah, we're not selling anybody, and tell their players, please stay with us for a couple more years. Bear with us. Like we promise that.
Yeah.
But no.
Well, so I don't disagree with you, but one of the big problems is the outside of a couple, blips on the dot on the graph, the career of these players is so short that they're not going to wait a couple years. You have to maximize that career, because obviously he's still playing, but you see it with Virgil van Dijk, one little freak injury and you're never the same again.
Well, you see that so often.
Yeah.
Just so often.
Yep. It's a tough situation,
so I don't begrudge any player for betting on himself and doing that. All right. Remaining in London here, the big one of the weekend: Arsenal hosting Manchester United, first place versus fifth place. We will be doing this for one of our predictions later in the show, so we're not going to give our actual predictions, but we already talked very briefly about it. What are our thoughts of this match? I'll start with Diego. I know Nas is a little fearful. It's not the right word, but doesn't want to put the cart before the horse with any of this stuff. Rightfully so. Diego, what do you think? Does Man U have a chance here away from home, going to the Emirates?
Right now, the way they're playing, they're so wild that they always have a chance. Right now, I cannot discard Man City one bit, no matter who they're playing. Man City, I'm sorry, Man U. Man U. I keep switching them, but yes, I do not discard them. They have a chance anytime they go. The thing is what mentality do they show up with? So that's what I'm leaving it at to me. I'm not an unknown, but expectation, what are we going to see? Who are we going to see at the beginning of the match? Because that's another thing. The way they start playing the match, that's the way they finish the match. Yeah. They don't have a build-up, but they don't have a regression. If they're playing well that game, they're going to just kill it and keep going and keep going. But as soon as something happens at the very beginning of the match and something doesn't go their way or somebody gets mad or something, it's done. Yeah. It's done, and then you lose 3-0 or something.
It'll be interesting to see if they stay on this, new manager bounce with Michael Carrick there. Arsenal, obviously they just played midweek. Yeah. Whereas United did not.
They showed again.
Oh yeah, Arsenal played incredible. Midweek. They beat Inter Milan 3-1 at the San Siro. So they have the momentum. It's just a matter of, Arsenal are fighting on four fronts right now. They're obviously just in
the first time in the history of Arteta, this is the first game where Arsenal are fully fit. They have no excuses.
No way.
They have no excuses.
Everybody's back?
Everybody's back.
I thought I saw Dowman was still out. But either way, your point stands.
They announced both on Twitter and on Facebook that Arsenal, for the first time this season, are fully fit, and it's one of the reasons they have been so quiet in the transfer market this season.
Because they were just waiting for everybody.
Every time they talk about someone, it's in the summer. They have every single person back, and they send Liwaneri to Marseille to get some more playing time.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
They have no excuse. Everybody, like, again, they sent a half B team out to Inter Milan
And won.
and won. And so I'll take my part in the discussion of this. Arsenal wins when it doesn't matter. They play amazing when the stress of the game is not there. And that's the issue with, again, the Inter Milan game. Didn't matter. We were already in the top 8. We were already guaranteed a spot in the round of 16.
Yeah, you're right.
We didn't care. We rested players. They went in and they played well and they won. But when it comes down to needing the points and having to get points on, just like I'll repeat what, and for all the kids listening out there, close your ears, but I'll repeat what Rice said. Every fucking time.
Yeah.
Every time it matters, they lose. This game is your higher percent chance of dropping points. They're going to drop points. I've said it since Saturday, and I'll say it now.
Yeah,
I joked with Pore by mentioning it 7 times yesterday. They're going to lose 2-0. It's going to be a Mbeumo goal, and it's going to be a Fernandez penalty. That's it. And I have said this since last Saturday. They're going to lose. City are going to win, and they're going to be 4 points back. And people are going to be sitting there looking again at the Liverpool game and the Forest game where they could have been another 4 points ahead.
Yeah.
They could have been 11 points ahead. And instead, they're 7, and they're not reaping what they get. If Arsenal win this game, I'll be surprised. They're not going to win this game. They're not going to win this game. They're not going to win this game.
On that note,
their unbeaten streak at home is going to end.
We are up against a break here. Let's put Nas outside to cool off a little bit, and we will be right back.
Points, though.
We'll be right back in a minute. We'll go over last week's predictions, our predicting table, and this weekend's matches. Stay tuned.
You're not wrong, though.
All right, welcome back to the
And that's
Pour
why
Over.
cows don't fly, okay?
That's why cows don't fly. You have nailed it. All right, so our prediction tape. Is that mine?
That's
it's
me.
you.
I
Stop
don't know.
messing around with the wires.
Well, let's get better wires then.
I spend good money on these wires. Mine doesn't do it. It's you.
No, they're good, they're good. I'm just messing around with this bee.
Yeah, we got to get that figured out, though. I don't like that.
It's right here. I'll take care of it. I just won't touch it. Don't touch.
All right, so we take 3 matches every week. We predict the result, the score, and if there are goals, a goal scorer.
Yep.
Picking the results 1 point. The score and scorer are 2 points each, so a max of 5 points per match, or 15 in a weekend. And we had a pretty shitty weekend last week. All
Hey,
3 of us in
I
terms
had
of
my
predictions.
best week yet, my guy.
So the first match we predicted last week was the Manchester Derby. The result was Man U winning 2-0 at home over Man City. Goals from Mbeumo and Dorgu. I had picked City to win 4-3 with Phil Foden to score. I got a big 0. Diego had a 2-1 United victory with Erling Haaland to score, so he got 1 point for the result. Nas had a 3-1 City victory, also Haaland to score. No points for him.
And you know why I only got a point? I couldn't remember Mbuemo's name. I really didn't. So I was like, oh, crunch time. Hey, Haaland.
There
That's
we
the
go.
other one I know.
When all else fails, Erling Haaland will score.
But he freaking disappointed
All
me,
right,
bro.
our second match, we went over to the Bundesliga, RB Leipzig against Bayern Munich. The result was RB Leipzig 1, Bayern Munich 5. Leipzig was actually winning 1-0 in this match.
Yep.
And goals from Cardoso, Gnabry, Kane, Ta, Pavlovic, and Michael Olise. I had a 2-0 victory for Munich with Luis Diaz to score. That got me 1 point. Diego had a 4-0 victory for Munich, so he was actually the closest
Sorry,
on score.
Luce. I betray you, my guy.
Listen,
it got you 3 points.
it got you points.
got
So
me points.
with Harry Kane to score for 3, Nas had a 3-1 Bayern Munich victory with Kane to score for 3 points. Then we came back to England for our supporters club derby. Brighton and Hove Albion hosting Bournemouth. The result was a 1-1 draw. Tavernier with a goal, and then Kostulas with a 90th minute overhead kick.
Yeah.
Beautiful goal, unfortunately,
That was
to bring
incredible.
things level. I had a 2-2 draw with Krupi to score for 1 point. Diego also had a 2-2 draw with What is this song? With Matoma to score
It's
for a
loud, that's
point.
what it is.
And Nas had a Brighton victory 2-1 with Danny Welbeck to score, so he got shut out. As it stands, Nas in first place, sitting on 99 points. Close to the century mark.
99
So I'll
problems.
cross it with that Arsenal game.
But guessing scores is now one, huh?
I am in second place on 86, and Diego 65. You have a passing grade.
You won last week, though. You
did.
scored 5 points more than you.
Well, that's why when
Look at
Dave was talking about it was our shittiest week yet, I was like, bro, I have my best.
Yeah, you had your best.
So you speak for yourself. Like,
Don't call it a comeback.
This has to have been our worst week total, like
you
as
guys, yeah,
collective.
yeah.
So what's that? 6, 7, 8, 10 points out of a possible 45 for the three
well,
of us
because
combined.
I'm usually the one who's scoring 2-3
Yeah.
points, and you guys do 6, 7.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh my god!
I needed to throw it in
All
there.
right.
It was too close when like 6-5. I had to throw that in there.
Here we go to this weekend. So we have 3 matches, 3 separate leagues. We will cover La Liga,
Excuse me, everybody.
Premier League, and Serie A. First up in La Liga, third place Villarreal, currently on 41 points, hosting second place Real Madrid on 48 points. Arbeloa has been doing quite well since coming into the side, taking over for Xabi Alonso. I have a 3-2 victory for Real Madrid with Kylian Mbappe to score. Diego, what about you?
Oh, no, you're reading that name, not me. Go ahead, read. I have a 3-1 Villarreal win with Mikau Tatse.
I think you got
I think
that.
you
Yeah.
Ooh. Yes, I have him to score a goal. I don't know who he is, but I thought Dave was going to read, so, you know.
All right, and Nas for you.
I have a 2-1 Real Madrid winning with Mbappe. Just
All right.
Mbappe.
After that, Arsenal, first place Arsenal on 50, hosting Manchester United, 5th place on 35 points, right on the cusp of getting into Champions League spots. I have a typical boring English game. No score, no goals, 0-0 draw.
Remember, you get 5 points if you get that result.
I know. Listen, I'm here for it. Nas, what about you?
I said it once, and I'll say it again. Manchester United 2, Arsenal nothing,
Oh,
with
my-
Mbuemo to score.
yeah.
I have an honest question for you.
Yeah.
Deep down, do you actually think that, or are you just trying
No,
to
no, no, no.
fool
I
No, no, he does.
fool
I
the
believe it.
soccer
The
gods?
moment-
Yeah, he does.
The moment
He does.
we drew against Forest, I
He
messaged
did.
Pore and I said, we're losing 2-0 to United. Enjoy your weekend.
Yes.
And I have told him every single minute of every single day. he messages
Samson
me.
Simpson, he sticks to his
There
story.
you
I
go.
have found some way, somehow, to message Pore every single time he talks to me and mention that the score is going to be 2-0.
Is
And
that-
I'm not lying. Look.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah,
go.
yeah.
2-0.
Is that just your copy pasta
2-0.
now? It's just
Yep.
Man, you
I
2-0.
told you 2-0.
Mbuemo to score.
Every time he talks to me, I think he stopped talking to me because
I mean, that is for prediction's sake. Then Mbuemo to score in a two goal Manchester
I'm
United,
telling you,
Manchester
Fernandes
United
penalty.
match makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Fernandez penalty.
Yeah.
All right. Finishing up the Arsenal United match. Diego, what do you got?
1-1. Martinelli to score.
All right.
Yeah, I know my boy. I'm not an Arsenal fan, but I believe in that resiliency that they have. That find a way to get some kind of result.
Yeah.
I believe on that, and that's why, like that said, I'm not giving them the title.
But they couldn't get a result. But they couldn't get a result against Liverpool or Forest. 0-0-0-0.
Yeah, that's a result. That's adding points. We don't need to win all the time as long as everybody else loses. I send the message. Everybody else is doing their job too.
So you think Wolves is going to beat City?
This is a group.
Do you think Newcastle is going to beat Villa?
I wanted to bring that up later as a joke, but Dave did not put that Wolves shirt again.
No, you wear it once and you...
The streak continues
until
he puts it back on and the streak stops. I believe in the Wolves.
Honestly, based on how City played on Wednesday.
I'm a superstitious guy,
or
bro.
was it Tuesday?
No, I think Pep has
that's an
enough.
outlier.
I think Pep has enough anger in him to get them back.
That was an outlier.
There's no way.
We'll see this weekend.
2-0 to that kind of thing.
All right.
We talked about it with
Wolves
the
do share the same color as Glump, though.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. All right,
It's going to be like PTSD. All right, moving south to the Eternal City. AS Roma, 4th place on 42 points. Hosting my AC Milan, 2nd place on 46 points. Naz, let's start with you.
I just want to make sure that's correct. I'm sure I said that. Just double checking.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Well, I'll jump in.
Diego, you go.
My gut was
I'll jump in. It's a 2-0 Milan winning. AC Milan winning with a Pulisic goal.
Yeah.
Couldn't think of any names, and I saw Dave's and cheated on
Oh,
him.
you son of a bitch. All right, Naz, what about you?
All right. I wanted to go with either a Roma win or a tie, but my gut tells me AC Milan 2, Roma 1 with Leao to score.
All right, Rafa Leao. I would love to see Leao get into the scoring consistently again. I have a 3-1 victory for Milan away from home with Christian Pulisic to bag one of the goals. So that's going to do it. We will report back, obviously, next Saturday morning with those results and how we are on the table.
Back to my 1 point.
And as it stands, West Ham, Sunderland is now 3-1. Sunderland drew one back. A Brian Brobby goal in the 66th minute. So, thank you guys for hanging out, watching, chatting, listening. Red Black. Yeah.
Oh no!
Why?
Right at 9 o'clock on time.
Well, not really on time. But
We are at 1 hour.
yeah. No,
8 minutes of that was a break.
I just need to adjust. This part.
Oh wait, you had a half an hour for the estimated time?
But
I like it.
I've never done the timestamps for this show, so it's.
I love to exceed expectations, bro.
Again, 8 minutes of the session was to getting started.
Yeah.
So we've actually held this down to under an hour.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
No, we're good. We are good.
We like
so
it.
Thank you guys for hanging out, watching, chatting, listening. Red Black, if you're still here.
Love you, man.
I'll reach out to you in the Discord.
Yep.
Please give a like, follow, subscribe, and maybe most importantly, share on Twitch, on YouTube. We are obviously active on social medias as well. Instagram, Facebook. Jump into the Discord, www.cdunewburgh.com for all our events coming up. We have soon we'll be teasing the new kit, so stay tuned for more information on that.
It is magical,
and then
baby.
any other inquiries, reach out. Find us on socials if you want us to talk about certain games, if you want to watch certain games, if you want to start your own supporters club here in the area. We're happy to facilitate that. So thank you guys. We'll see you upstairs in the tap room for what do we have today? Where am I?
Soccer matches.
Well, yes, thank you.
And beer.
And
a little bit of food.
We have Man City Wolves at 10 a.m. as well as Fulham Brighton. And then following that, we have Bournemouth hosting Liverpool. So stay tuned, enjoy, stay safe out there with the snow. Oh, that's what I wanted to mention. The tap room is proactively closing tomorrow, Sunday. So any of the scheduled watch parties obviously will be canceled as well.
Absolutely.
Please stay safe, stay warm, stay dry.
Build a snowman.
You know what I'll be doing during the All-Star game.
Get all your
build a snowman.
in the words of Newburgh Brewing's Paul, milk, bread,
Megaboss.
megaboss. So Make sure you stock up on those cans, and we will see you on Monday.
Let's go, Wolves.